Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Aries for April 2024. Now we have that solar eclipse coming up, so yeah, people are wondering, and some of us are not even interested in what this eclipse will bring. And then there are those who just want to know what is coming. But what is coming is basically your choice, what you choose to do with what you have, where you are, who you're with. Free will. You see, the eclipse of the sun is, again, it's all about the person relating to what you do, where you work, whatever you call work. I'm not talking about what you get paid to do. If that is work for you, then yes, what you get paid to do. But other people work on projects for pleasure, and that for them is work. So you classify work and self-expression. Could be, if you're an artist, that is your work. What you get paid to do is working in a menial job to supply your equipment and pay your food and your bills. So you classify what work is to you. You classify where the sun is your self-expression and your soul. You see? So it's all about the self. Again, the spread that I used for the eclipse of the moon is the 6-card spread, but I'm using a different deck. This is the Druid deck that I'm using, and it's quite large, so it's gonna take up that space for the 6-card spread. Now I've already flipped a card, so Aries, this is, again, it's all about you, the first card. So here we have our number 14, the temperance is what this is reflected as in the traditional deck, and she's measuring, and where we see the mixing in the potion is a healing sense. That devotion, again, it's all about spirit here, and the 14. So it's very patient, very slow process, and we're in the heart of it when it comes down to the 14. You know what I mean? Yeah, not like you can answer me, but the heart of it, meaning that what you really want and what you're aiming at and what you're thinking is best for you. Working through you is what spirit is doing. And this goes on a whole deep level simply because it is a higher arcana. So your spirituality, your spiritual life is where you are looking to reflect, and you may not be drawn to it right away because this is a slow process, and this has been going on without you even knowing it. Because I'm turning cards here today, today is the 5th of today's the 6th of April. So we're right coming up to the eclipse when I'm doing this reading. So for you, Aries, what the eclipse is bringing in for you is that mixing of what you want with what you are doing. If it is what you are doing is what you really want, and if you want to change that, you see? That's the first card. And again, it is all about you. So you're very focused, and you're doing it with patience, and you have a positive attitude going on here because spirit is really working through you. Now think of where you're working, if you are working. Think about what you do for work. think about how you are reflected through your work and how other people see you, because that is what's mixing here. Now, the second card is what Spirit is giving you. Now, Spirit is giving you this sense of graduation. We have the Four of Wands. So we're graduating to a higher level. Now, graduating to a higher level on a personal basis where we want to go home, because this is where we are comfortable. This is where we have met with what we love. Now, take it on a personal level. If it is that you are with someone, or you are aiming to go to someone, or you want to be with someone, Spirit is opening the door for that because of what is going on here with the mixing. Now, let me just make sure these cards are seen, because yeah, every time I set the camera up, something changes. All right, so bringing everything back in. Okay, that's good. So again, the Four of Wands is a question of, for some of us, it's marriage, straight off the bat, because it's the Four of Wands. Everybody knows this card is the marriage card. But it goes a little deeper than that, depending on your circumstance. If you're not looking for that type of connection, where it's not with another person, it's with what you do for your career, for example, for the love of your work, whatever that work is, because again, it is relating to work, okay, and what you call as work. Now, if working on relationships in a psychological level is your type of work, well, then there it is, you are a healer. If you're doing this on a spiritual level, again, you are a healer. If it is that you're doing this on a mundane level, then you're just really looking to set up your life for the future with another person, and you want to have a family, and you want to build on traditions and such. This is, again, your choice, okay? Depending on your situation, depending on your goals in life, because again, this spread is based on you personally. So it can go in any direction. Just have to take a few minutes to figure out which one belongs to you in that sense. Now, we're coming up to what potential outcome is. And it seems that we are looking to go into being alone, or we're looking to come out of being alone, seeing that we have a connection. Because you see the Hermit here, he's looking at what this graduation is all about. With the way the cards are facing each other and shining that light towards this. And then we have the healing card mixing in here with what is the best thing for me, what is the best thing that I can do for myself. Again, this is all about healing. And when I say healing, we have two cards, the major arcanas, that are showing us that the elixir here is being mixed, and then the wisdom and understanding of what my situation and where I want to go and how I can get there is being mixed into this card. Now, this is the first layer. So the eclipse in itself is bringing in and triggering and making you question, making you wonder, making you go a little deeper inwards to see where you want to go, who you want to be with. Because that is what this solar eclipse is all about. And on any level, it could be a personal level, financial level, intimate level with another person, or with your family in itself. You know, you figure out where you stand when in the days coming up, like today, if you're listening to this as I put it out, or this evening, because it'll probably come out this evening. Here you will see what to look forward to. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. So we have a healing, and then we have moving on, looking for more, that Eight of Cups. Some of us here are looking into divorce. Some of us are looking into marriage, okay? Take it as it resonates. And then we have the moon. So again, it is unknown or it is a secret, depending on your situation. And then the third card is the Six of Cups. So we're looking to move on with the moon. We're looking to get more from wanting that understanding, mixing and healing a marriage, mixing, healing, self-understanding, going deeper within, looking at what I really want, where I want to go, if I should leave a certain situation, if I should leave a certain place of work or what I do for work. Looking into having that, I'm not sure about where things are going to end up, but we have secrets. We have secrecy on some levels, and then we have just the unknown and wanting to have love, going back in with memories, or going back in to secret love, something that I've never shared with another person or with the world in that case. And then we have the Six of Pentacles going down to the 5. So it's and then we have the Prince of Pentacles. So we're looking at changing what I love to do for work for some. And then that 5 of Pentacles is not having enough, or I'm missing what I had, and it's a slow process to fix. And then we have conversation that could be had, or not, being that we're not talking. That 4 of Swords, it's a going in and really going in and understanding what has taken place over time, having that conscious, unconscious consciousness. I mean, it's so, when the higher arcana cards are coming up here, mingling with the lower arcana cards, it's really to understand how you view your life, Aries. Okay? And that 5 and that 6 going down to the 5, okay? That's a portal opening up for you. Well, this is work. Mingling with what you want and what you're fed up with and what you think you want. This is where this 14 comes in. It's just, the cycle is a repeat, okay? Again, the moon is a cycle, eh? Now we're looking at leaving or coming back to, depending on your situation, within a timely fashion. So we have that 28 days cycle of the moon. Okay? I'm not drawing the moon cards on this one, this eclipse reading that I'm doing here. I'm actually drawing the Wild Woman cards. But again, it's a six card spread. So here the first layer is we're looking into what we really want and how we want to get what we want. And now the second layer is, of course, you know, the possibilities after the eclipse and what alternatives, you know, that you could have, changing of the mind and where things are going to go. Because here we want to heal. This is the first outcome here. Whether we leave a marriage or we leave a relationship or we leave a job or we want to go further and find a relationship, find a job, ask for marriage, to make an offer for marriage to some. Sorry. This is a healing sense. It's the Hermit. So either we're going into solitude or we're coming out of solitude. Terribly sorry. This cough is on the way out, but it's still holding on to me. So let's have a sip. Coming up to the end of that cup of coffee. Shuffling again for Aries for second layer. I'm feeling this is going to be a long reading. I just feel the energy is slow. And we have the King of Wands just coming out here. So with the Lovers, so again, you Aries, your strength, your innovation, your choice, again, Spirit is guiding you, wanting to make sure that you don't miss the opportunities that you have before you. Making that choice, knowing that you want, knowing what you want, because you already know what you want. It's how you're going to go about getting it. Okay, just one more shuffle. We'll take the second layer. Let's see here. Move the camera. All right, not so bad. Okay, so the second layer, we have our Empress. So we're dealing with how strong, again, that King of Wands just popped out in the shuffle there, leads us up to the Empress. So we're looking at how our ego is affected, because again, this is the eclipse of the sun, and the sun is a reflection off of our personality, our expression, and our verve for life, and our soul. And again, it is touching on our ego. And if we are able to temper that ego, is what this eclipse is going to help you with. If that is your situation where you have an ego situation, okay? I mean, we all do, but reflecting off of what took place over the last eclipse, coming into this eclipse, where does your ego stand? And have you been tempering it? Will you be tempering it? See, it can go either way here. And Spirit is giving us that Prince of Wands. So remember, again, we had the King of Wands. So we're coming down to the Prince. And here the Prince, he's on the way, you know, wanting to start afresh, wanting to play and have fun. Again, it's Leo. I'm terribly sorry. I'm not pausing to cough. I can't really. It just comes up the way it does. But this verve, that wanting to show and show off and have that expression. Aries, either you're looking for an adventure, you want to get married, you want to reach out to, so you're coming out. If it is that the first layer we saw that it was a question of going inward or coming outwards of with the Hermit, it seems that Spirit wants you to run around and have that fun and be expressive and share with others. You see, that sense of having a good time. Why not? I mean, it's a question of tempering your ego, having an adventure, and then the outcome is the Nine of Pentacles, where you will get your satisfaction. You're going to have what you want. Again, it's another 9. So we're looking at having done the work of tempering the ego, or having done the work of being self-expressive and having a good time with it, wanting that, seeking that adventure, bringing out what it is that you've been holding back in your self-expression. And having done that, you will have satisfaction. This eclipse is going to bring you through stages that, for starters, healing, moving on. Again, we had that 8 of Cups. So moving on and changing and growing and learning with this Hermit. And then having that desire to explore with our Knight of Wands again. And knowing that you're capable of self-sufficiency, being able to support your dreams, your desires, what it is that you want to do. We have at the bottom of the deck the Two of Swords, which now brings us to a dilemma of choice. So we could see that we have a contradictory with these two cards, looking at the Two of Swords here, and we're having to say, well, okay, do I go off and do I commit myself to another? Do I put my energy into this institution of whether it's education, marriage, work, or do I fly off and run to my adventures and have my fun, in other words here? Or do I find balance with the two? You see? It's quite an adventure if we look at it on a positive level. It is a new beginning. No matter what we choose. You see? No matter what we choose, if it is that we make that choice of, well, I want to get into a serious relationship, or no, I don't want to get into serious relationship yet. I want to explore my options. Either way, it's a new adventure. It's having that leap of faith. And then we go from the Emperor. We go from the Emperor to the Hierophant, which is, again, it's another level of graduation. So the fact that Spirit is helping us starting with this beginning of looking into the self and examining your own ego and understanding the cause and effect of your ego with others, because that's what this Temperance card is all about, where you work through, and Spirit is working with you to make choices and to make choices that suit you, Aries. Again, this is all about the self. You're going to take on that new adventure, and that Hierophant is where you get to, again, it comes back in as a cycle with the 9 here. You get to call your own shots. You get to support yourself. You see, you get to make the judgment call and change your mind. Have that change of a mindset going on here. Healing that level of commitment for some. I mean, again, it's so many angles this little reading could take with the 6 cards. But just remember, we're going to stop it here with the Fool, because at the end here with the Fool and the Two of Swords, including our Hierophant, it just means that you are in control. You understand your level of your capacity, what you're willing to give, what you're not able to give. You understand that. This is why Spirit has you working on what it is you really want, so that you could now come out and shine and then make that choice. With the eclipse is going to help that shift, and you will decide. You will decide. Now, it's not to leave you wondering, well, am I going to do this or am I going to do that? No. What's going to happen is you are going to grow from all of what you've experienced. You're going to take charge and have yourself a good time, no matter what you choose to do. And in that sense of, well, I am able to, I can afford, you will know. Spirit is giving you that, okay? Again, with the 9, you will see the changes in your work. You're probably going to, when you do your income tax, for example, you're going to have a refund. And you say, okay, I'm going to take myself out and meet my friends, have a good time. It could be as simple as that. It's not, you don't want to go too deep into this, okay? So we'll take a oracle message, the Wild Woman Oracle. Now I'm using the Wild Woman, and if you are a male watching this, well, this will be a reflection off of the type of woman that you're either dealing with or want to deal with or want to meet. Because again, for you, Aries, for some of you, you're looking for that special person. You want to go out and meet and have someone who has a good time with you, and you want to go into marriage, because again, it is a cycle. It is a cycle. And having that dilemma of should I or shouldn't I, depending on who you know and who you want to go out with, and yeah, that's where it's at. It's pretty simple. Okay, it's only a 6-card spread, and I know this is a long reading. I could feel it. So I asked Spirit to help Aries see the wild woman within, if you are a female watching this, and if you are a male, the type of woman that is to come to you through this eclipse, if it is that you're looking for one. Okay? Oh boy. The Morgan. This is, oh boy, she's a witchy one. Oh, peace of the goddess. Inner peace. So you see, Aries, here we have the Morgan, the sovereignty. This is where you go in and see your strength and what you can do and that witchiness about you. Okay, I'm going to read it though. I'm not going to just start prattling off here. And this one wants to show itself. The call of the siren. Sexuality. Oh yes. Well, there you go, Aries. You're looking to step up and have a good time. And again, that's where our Prince of Wands come in. Your sex life is going to improve at some point. If it is that is what you want to couple up with someone. Well, you're going to find that you're going to have some good fun, because the siren here is very, very provocative. So again, you may be looking for someone who suits you. So it'd be very passionate type. Then you have peace of the goddess. So someone who's balanced. Again, with this 14, the temperance. You see, you're healing and finding your balance so that you could meet up with someone who is balanced. And now we have the Morgan. So let's go take a look. So I'm torturing you long enough. What type of woman this is if you are a man looking at this, and if you are a woman, well, it is you in your self-expression, my darling Aries. 21. Let's see. The Morgan, sovereignty. What was a time of seeming misfortune in my past that in hindsight led me to develop greater self-respect and personal sovereignty. Again, this is, okay, I'm going to read the message. The Morgan reminds you that life will never be without challenges. Hardships, boundaries, and death are inevitable. And while it may be difficult to see when you are in the moment, they all carry value. It is easy to believe in your personal power and autonomy when the wheel turns in our favor. Not so when we face misfortune. The Morgan asks you to stand firmly in your sovereignty, taking full dominion over your body, mind, heart, and soul. She wants you to develop willpower, grit, integrity, and self-respect. Qualities that never come freely or easily and are only born from overcoming struggle and strife. Again, it all comes back to this 14. And again with the Hermit, we are healing. Okay? Now, as a woman, self-respect. You don't want to be with a player. Take it as it resonates. If you are the player, you want to change that and have your self-respect. Simple. If you are a man, this is the type of woman that you are seeking out, is someone who's been through, who has experience, who's been hurt, who knows what it is to have pain and suffering and have come and overcome it. You want a strong woman in your life. Your dilemma, you will know. You're probably waiting for the right moment to ask if it is that you want to make that proposal. You're probably waiting for the right moment to feel that calling for your healing, to feel that you can step out again and reach out to another person and know that what you have is value that you can offer to another person. On that note, Aries, I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.